My treatment is called The Surgeon of Your Demise. This is inspired by Tristan Webb's creation called 64. The synopsis is a group of 4 very curious teenagers looking for a place to film a horror trailer stumble upon the well-known asylum that has been abandoned for 20 years plus called Willowvale Asylum. Not knowing there has been serial killers in this asylum, how many will survive and how will they survive? And the biggest question of all, who is killing them all? This is my mood board, and as you can see, these are the movies. These are slasher movies, all in common, so yeah. So you can see A Nightmare on Elm Street, you can see Friday the 13th, you can see Scream, you can see The Shining, you can see the crossover of A Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th, which is Freddy and Jason. You can see It, and you can see Psycho. And what makes these, and what they all have in common is that the antagonists, they all have a weapon. And you can see the pictures on the right and the left. The blood, you can see on the right there's a bloody machete, and that you can see, yeah, and on the left you can see a knife. It's all bloody. So that already indicates that in this treatment, my slasher movie is gonna be bloody as well, because blood is a part of the slasher genre. Like the antagonists would be, they get violent. And I'll discuss the theme later about the knives. But these are the main film influences that made up my treatment. Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and Jeepers Creepers. These guys. So as I said before, that the antagonists, they all have a weapon. Also, there's a binary opposite. Sometimes most of the time victims are females, but these guys have masculine traits, so we could say that they're men as well. So the binary opposite is that it's men versus female, because men are not what female are. So well, basically you could say that we're opposites in a way, yeah. So they play with that binary opposite there, and then because generally men are more they're generally stronger than female in general. So you can see the imbalance in power sometimes, because the antagonists are more powerful than the victims sometimes. Most of the time. But there are there are instances where the final girl succeeds and gets the escape. These are the examples of the script Web 64. And then these are stock scenes that I used in the treatment in order to have a proper slasher. So, for example, there'll be an instance when a victor will try to escape, but then the antagonist will not let them escape and kill them instead. There'll be other instances where there's a couple that are trying to have sexual intercourse, but during that, before that even happens, before that even leads up, the antagonist comes and kills them. So it's their way of being vulnerable, and it's the way of the antagonist using their vulnerability to their advantage. The minimum age rating is 18 because it involves a lot of adult stuff, violent, sexual references, drug use, graphic content, and foul language. The reason why my treatment involves all of these things is because it makes it more realistic. It makes it more is better than, because it has to be realistic. It has to be as real as it can get, so that the audience can relate to it very well. Because this life, everyone, because in this world, it involves a lot of these things. The target audience is normally for a horror movie trailer is 50 to 25. This is because most people in this age bracket enjoy the thrill of it. Also, horror movies are normally targeted at males than females because the stereotype is that males are more into violence than females, since males are, in general, have more testosterone, which is true. In general. However, I'm specifically targeting 18 to 25 because a lot of the content is very graphic and explicit, for such as what I said before: sexual references, drug use, violence. These are the characters, just the main characters: Jessica, Chris, Donald, Brad, and Dr. Demise. The final goal will be Jessica. So what I made her, I'm gonna make her more tomboyish. Like she doesn't really wear girly stuff because because later on I'll play with the theme of losing the virginity, which I'll explain later. And this is her way of being masculinized. Also, so I got Chris as the next character. He's the pervert. He tries to hit on Jessica because he envies the relationship between Donna and Brad. Donna is the popular girl. She's the girl that every girl wants to be, the girly girl, the typical blonde. Yeah, and all that. That's another thing. Brad is the jock. Yeah, he's the typical guy, very athletic, very sporty, and so on. The antagonist is Doctor Demise. He's gonna be the he's gonna be the guy that's chasing them around. He's gonna be So he's gonna have his iconic weapon will be scissors, like the scissors that will be used, that doctors use. So yeah, this is a slasher but has supernatural elements, which I think scares viewers the most out of all subgenres because it has elements that you can't overpower. When I mean supernatural elements, I don't mean like there's ghosts and stuff, but it's just gonna have like religious stuff around. There's gonna be like religious things. In the slasher, the antagonist needs some sort of weapon that it will use against the potential victims. Since this is inspired by Tristan Webb's 64, the figure the figure, which is the antagonist in the script 64, he uses a knife to kill his victims. But for my treatment, like I said before, I'm gonna make my antagonist use scissors as his go-to weapon that are very sharp because doctors use scissors. Also, I used the theme of the final girl, which is not used in the script 64, which is another thing that I didn't. They don't use the final girl because the last survivor was a male and he died. So no one survives. No one survives. The figure ultimately wins the whole movie. Another difference I'm gonna make the last person standing survive. Yeah, like I said before. One theme I will portray is the team punishment. One of the females does sexual things, which is considered as a sin in the Bible. In the Bible, yup. Not only her, Brad as well. So he dies as well. Both of them die. So as a punishment, Doctor Demise kills her. Another theme I'll portray is the idea of losing the virginity. Jessica, as the final girl, will get in a scuffle with the antagonist Doctor Demise. In the middle, she'll get stabbed. She'll get stabbed probably in less fatal areas like the hand, maybe. Yeah. But that is like me playing with the idea of losing the virginity because that idea has been played through many slasher movies. And the knife could be seen as a phallic object, and the wound will now be seen as a yonic object. So this would mean sexual intercourse, which goes back to the theme of losing virginity. This idea has been used in many slasher films. The equilibrium, there is no equilibrium. It already starts off bad, as there's nothing good about an asylum. Teenagers find the asylum and walk through the entrance. There's barely light, the light is flickering, and Jessica checks her phone only to find that there is no reception, which was already a big sign. They walked through and kept talking about how they're going to film it. This equilibrium, Chris departed from the group after trying to persuade them to leave this place with him, as he was very worried. Unfortunately, he is in danger. A glimpse of the doctor is seen. Brad is trying to find a way out, and he finds the exit. Um, Chris. Chris is trying to find and finds the exit. Suddenly, the doctor appears out of nowhere and grabs him from the back and punctures his neck. Chris dies after trying to escape the asylum entrance, where he sees the doctor with the scissors. Resolution: everyone except Jessica is dead, so it's 3 out of 4. Jessica tries to run away as well, but she sees the doctor down the hallway. She sees a knife with blood all over it, picks it up while she is trying to escape via a window. The doctor starts walking, and his pace is getting quicker every second. She starts getting chased through the endless corridor. They get in a scuffle. She gets stabbed, but then she uses the knife that she picked up after being overwhelmingly dominated by him, and actually kills the doctor. So that's how it ends. And then after that, police will come. Be able to, she'll be able to call 911. Then the police came. Police will come, and then that's how it ends. Because normally police come around the end of this horror movies, not only slashers as well, but other movies as well, other subgenres like supernatural and stuff like that. So yeah, this is my treatment, which is called Surgeon of Your Demise. Yeah.